We're learning more about a two-alarm fire that forced residents of an uptown high-rise out of their homes this afternoon. Thankfully, no one was hurt and the fire was put out within an hour. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Delford Jones.
And I'm Natisha Lance. Charlotte Fire says about 60 firefighters responded to that fire. It happened at the Museum Tower building on South Church Street. That's not too far away from Bank of America Stadium. Firefighters responded just after 2 after getting multiple calls reporting smoke in the building. When crews arrived, they found smoke on several floors. The incident commander called a second alarm for more resources. Crews determined the fire was contained to a trash compactor in the parking area of the building. Smoke spread through the building, through the trash chute, which triggered smoke alarms on several floors. The fire was contained just before 3, and residents were allowed back into the building around 4. The cause of the fire has been ruled an accident.